Hello there, my beautiful collective. I hope you're having a wonderful day. What's up, collective? You can ring my bell, ring my bell. Ring-a-ling-a-ling, oh, collective. Whew, let's give some angels their wings. Eight of Pentacles. Hell yeah. What are you working on? What are you working on? Bringing in some balance. That's always good. Oh. Who collective? God protects me and God fights my battles. No weapon formed in spirit or physical against me shall prosper. I'm highly favored and protected from all evil. As is my beautiful collective. Collective, what is going on with you? It's a beautiful day here, guys. It's cold, but the sun's out. Pretty blue skies. Pretty blue skies. Blue skies wherever I go. Is that a song? Blue skies. Blue skies. Blue skies wherever I go. I don't know. Is that a song? I don't think it's a jingle. Blue skies wherever I go. Okay, that's weird as fuck. King of Pentacles energy. Stability. Being comfortable. Nine of Pentacles. Working on yourself here. Independently being just comfortable. You know, Pentacles, we talk about money. It's not always financial. This is just kind of having everything together, right? You're balanced. No worries. Yeah, you put a little bit back to save for a rainy day. You're working. A lot of you, hopefully, you're working on your business. Business ideas, business opportunities. Things that could bring balance in. Some of y'all contractually. A lot of, with the business, guys. I'm loving that. Some of y'all protect what you got going on there. That Three of Pentacles energy. It's like a double layer of protection here. This is kind of like don't put all your eggs in one basket type energy, to be quite honest with you here. Kind of like diversify, and however the fuck that applies in your case. Yeah, diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Maybe some of you are getting a little smarter. You're figuring out what you're going to do. Contractual agreements. Double protection. I like that, though. I like that energy. That's being smart. That's protecting what's yours. That feels like having... that energy feels like having just a safety net. Double protection. The Fool, the High Priestess, the Seven of Swords. Yeah, you've kind of learned. Some of y'all could be getting news from maybe a higher up. So you're preparing. Double protection of energy. 793 could mean something. Double 3 is the Emperor energy here. Seven of Wands with the Seven of Swords. The Fool card there. This just feels like diversification. Trust your gut, your guidance, your intuition on this. This isn't dealing with money. This is just dealing with information that you have. For some of you, boss energy. You could be figuring out or finding out about some news or some good... This feels like good news. It's not like a doom and gloom energy. It feels like some positive news, but it also feels like diversification. This right here just feels like trust. Trust your gut, your guidance, your intuition. Okay? Good opportunities. Yeah, don't put all your eggs in one basket. For some of you, when it comes to work or associations, don't get too caught up in like one area. Kind of keep things written, keep things written in your contract where you can actually still do multiple things. You know what I mean? It's like don't sign over everything to one particular person or one particular group or one particular company. Diversification. This is, maybe be able to keep your freelance side of your work while still working with another company, another group. Watch who has ownership of what the hell you do. This is like a double layer of protection. I don't see the king and the king or queen of swords out here, but this almost feels like accountant and a lawyer looking at something, right? Just that sort of double layer of protection on any contractual agreements you get into. This can even be anything you get out of. Some of you shopping your work around, whatever you do for work, because that looks more like these two right here are talking to this like business owner about work. Watch the contracts that you sign. This double layer of protection feels like, lawyer and accountant energy. Or for some of you, if you don't have a lawyer or an accountant, this is just kind of double checking, rereading your fine print, checking things out. If you really don't know or aren't sure about a contract, some of you, it'd be far better for you to hire an attorney to look at it or get you a business financial person to look at something. If you're seriously unsure, because we're coming into all this beautiful energy. Some of y'all could be ownership of a company or taking over something. Very good energy here, right? But if you don't know, it's like bring the people on board that you need to watch you in contracts. It's like you got the initial and then maybe having someone else as kind of like backup. 97 could mean something. 79 could mean something. 397, 793. I like that energy because this is maintaining what the fuck you got. You know what I mean? It's like the good is coming in. Good opportunities. But it's like, be smart. Just be smart. And y'all, this could be when you take on a job, when you get a job, when you're dealing with people. Focus on you. This is a beautiful energy. This is a beautiful energy. Be smart. For some of you, if you're closing out a contract, let's put this out there as well. If you're closing out a contract and maybe you're getting a big payout, if your job is leaving and you're going to get like a severance package, this is almost like be smart with what the hell you got. So for some of you, this could be you going from one job maybe into being your own boss, and you've been planning on it. Maybe you've been saving up to get enough money to start your own career. This is like be smart with what you get. Because these are beautiful cards. But it's like you want that extra layer of protection. And for some of you, that could be a lawyer or accountant, someone looking over what the hell you have going on. I love that energy. I love that energy, collective. A lot of you thinking about the future, thinking about what the fuck it is you want to do. Eight of Swords energy. That feels like coming back to that contractual agreement with the Queen of Cups. If you're dealing with some kind of divorce or separation, yeah, whatever the hell you get out of that, it's like using it to your advantage. Because it feels contractually. Now, contractually could be on paper. Some of y'all, it's just whatever you're committed to. Right? With this Queen of Cups here and this Death card. Heavy on the Scorpio energy. A lot of you are figuring out, you kind of know instinctually. If this is your reading, you know you're going through a split up. You're going through a divorce. You know things are going to get separated. And there's the possibility of you getting some sort of lump sum type agreement. Not letting it hold you back or hold you down. For some of you, it's almost that energy of, is it worth taking a loss now instead of staying in it? Because for some of you, maybe your heart's just not in it and you're just done, right? So from that standpoint, you're like, you know what? What if I just cut my fucking losses? Because for some of you, that could actually be the smarter thing to do, right? You might lose a little bit, but at the end of the day, if it keeps your sanity in place, You're like, fuck the money. You can make that shit back. Because a lot of you are going to be stepping into this boss mode energy. But you might have to get out of some contracts. And contracts could be literally written or just like sort of the figurative. You know what I mean? But it's like you got to take your heart out of it. This is almost that it's not personal, it's business. And for some of you, it's getting out of that mindset of just thinking, oh, well, I can't. People think I'm this. People think I'm that. Some of y'all, you're like, it ain't worth it staying in this situation. Let's go heal the heart. My heart's not in it, so why am I feeling stuck? Because remember, Swords is about your mental perception of things here. Clarify this Eight of Swords. Collective, what are you stuck in? A toxic connection, a toxic partnership, a toxic bind. It's just, it don't matter what it is. For some of you, it's a toxic thought process, right? Maybe you just go from one situation to another that keeps you stuck. But every time you try to leave, you get reeled back into it. It's like, the two people there are chained to the devil. It's just that sort of toxic tie that you have, that sort of toxic connection, right? And maybe every time you try to get away from it, you're still kind of tethered to it. There's still something that's keeping you stuck. Even though you want to get the fuck away from a situation. This feels like you got to remove your heart. It's not even remove your heart. You got to remove the emotions from it. You know what I mean? Okay, let's take a piece of property. Perhaps maybe there's a house. And you might have to sell it. And maybe you have a lot of memories there and you're thinking, oh my God, I just couldn't lose that house. There's so many, but it's like, really? Is it worth the negativity around that property? Because no matter what you do, you're never going to be able to escape the bad thoughts or the negativity around it. You know what I mean? So a lot of you, this is going to be getting out of that emotional connection or that emotional tie. Property is just easy because, a lot of times that's one of the things that happen in a split up, a divorce, or even, in some sort of death. And you have to split things up, right? So maybe the family home is going up for sale and you've got a connection to it and maybe it's not such a great fucking memory that you have attached to it, right? What's up with this Queen of... Yeah, you gotta trust. Sometimes the connection is so toxic. Is the memories really worth it? Is it really such a great freaking... how do you want to put this? Is it really such the great thing that you think it is? Or is every time you visit, does it just bring up those toxic memories, the things from the past that just end up triggering you? This is almost like, take the money and go make new memories. But you got to trust your gut, your guidance, and your intuition on this. Because it's almost like every time you try to get away from it, you just get sucked back into it. It's like you're on that motorboat, and every time you try to give rev up the motor to go, you just get stuck because you're still tied to the same toxic connection. And toxic just in the fact that it keeps you stuck. You're unable to move forward. And it going back, you really can't even you can't get behind it enough to get away from it. You can't get ahead of it enough to get away from it. So trust, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Some of y'all, this could be dealing with the divorce or some sort of separation, right? Maybe you think, I want to keep the house, but could be toxic as fuck. Ten of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. There's that King of Swords energy for a lot of you. What are you going to do? Because King of Swords energy feels like someone who's going to help you cut the ties, drop the burdens, and move forward with new opportunities. This feels like life coach, maybe someone who's a life coach, but maybe they do like money as well. Because I think someone's going to help you understand that, if you got the toxicity around the purchase of something or an item that is worth something, that maybe you need to create new memories with it. It really feels like that. Like you're holding on to something that you think you need, but there's such a toxic tie to it that you'd be far better off just taking your losses and creating something new. This is like taking your wedding band if you're divorced and maybe having it repurposed into something else, maybe a brooch or a necklace, right? Letting it go and creating new memories from it that bring happiness and joy. But this feels like for some of you, this could be someone who is, I'm thinking like accountant type energy, or someone who knows about business, money. But they're having you, it could even be therapist energy as well. Someone saying, you know what, if the physical thing is a burden, and it's a burden for you to have your attachment to it, wouldn't it be far better off to take it and monetize it and just create new memories? That's very specific for somebody. But if you cut the connection, right, and maybe take whatever money you get and turn it into something positive. Because physically, it's just a burden. The attachment is just a burden, right? But if you could figure out a way to turn that into something more positive, that's going to kind of just keep giving back to you. That's a beautiful energy. I love that. I love that. I love that. Who is this King of Swords energy? Who is this King of Swords energy? What is this King of Swords energy about? You know, it's like if the item keeps giving you doubt or keeps you stuck in that mindset, I don't care how great it is, but if it just has so much negativity attached to it, it's like sell it and replace that with a memory that is actually positive. King of Wands energy here. Well, we got a shit ton of cards, but you know what? We're going to take it here. Ace of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. So someone is definitely going to be finding out the truth here in a situation. Two of Swords with the Two of Wands. So it could be two people stuck. Page of Swords, Queen of Wands with the Four of Swords here. So we got this Queen of Wands, this Four of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we do have a King of Wands who's sitting here in regret with the Page of Wands, which could be dealing with, for some of you, this could be either a divorce or this could be some kind of estate getting settled. Because we got the Queen of Wands here, the Four of Swords, and then we got the King of Wands, the Five of Cups, and this Page of Wands. So there could be some sort of passing here. This could be like one side of the family, because there is some money, and there could be someone trying to confuse the situation, because someone could just be all about the money, which is why they could want to keep a piece of property or something. And someone else over here doesn't want to do it. Because we got this Queen of Pentacles, and remember, we have the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. So someone here, this almost feels like a loss. A loss or a separation. Okay, this is going to be one of two things. If this is an estate settlement, whoever the hell passed, for some of you it could have been a mother or a wife, or it's a mother, wife, something like that. Okay, it's either a family dynamic or it's a partnership, a marriage. The one is stuck. Right? The one knows the truth, what they need to do, but they're kind of stuck because someone over here could be looking at something. This could be, for some of you, if it's a divorce and someone's moved on to someone else, it could be the other person wanting to maybe have the house for themselves. They want one person to just leave so they can just like take over someone's life. It could be that type of energy. Or if it's in a family situation, someone could be wanting to put out maybe a parent or another person while they take over the property or whatever the hell was given. Someone here wants to take over and just kind of replace someone else. If this is a divorce, maybe the other person wants to just take over the house and everything, right? It's like they want the bitch to just leave everything. You're just supposed to go. That's where we are. That's where I want to stay. And someone else, and this could even be someone's child's spouse, right? If we got a mother over here and maybe one of her kids' spouse decides that, you know, I think your mom needs to go somewhere so we can have the house. And this could also be a masculine telling this to a feminine. Someone just wants to fuck somebody over in a situation. The fire sign energy, because the King of Wands there with the Page of Wands, he don't look too happy. So it seems like whatever feminine energy is around him is the one that's wanting to kind of take over shit. If this is a death, this could be when it comes to the probate of the estate. Someone saying, well, you know, maybe you should have the house. That should have been left to you. Didn't your dad want you to have that? Because we got like father and son energy here. But you got a feminine energy that's just watching something. And then you got this Queen of Pentacles over here. That's like, someone could be keeping her from doing something. It's a very toxic situation, whatever the hell's going on here. It is. And this is lawyer or accountant energy. Someone getting to the bottom of this, right? Someone's wanting to overrule somebody. We got heavy fire sign energy over here. Because someone right here, this bitch is doing this in the background. And y'all, this could be someone's daughter. This could be someone's wife. I feel the masculine don't really have shit to do, have a say-so in it. So this could be someone's child, maybe their son, and it's the woman, his wife, that's wanting to take over. If this is a divorce situation, this is the other woman just wanting to take over everything. Because someone's just looking at the money. Someone maybe don't want someone to see, so they're confusing and manipulating here with this Seven of Cups. And I think for a lot of you, what's going to happen, if this is your story, it's going to be it's going to be someone who is smart enough to figure something out and just be like, you know what? Instead of carrying that physical burden, just drop that burden, the physical, and just move forward and replace it with something that's going to make you happy. That's totally what it feels like. So if it's a probate case, it could be maybe it could be the mother that survived and is in the family house. And she's just trying to figure out what the hell to do. Could have children trying to take over. If it's not the child so much, it could be the spouse of a child that's trying to just kind of overrun the mom energy here. And maybe some lawyers or some financial person is just going to be like, you know what? Instead of the burden of the house, why don't you just sell the damn thing and go create your own happiness from it? It doesn't feel like that it was necessarily a happy situation. It feels like it's around something physical. I got to tell you that. For some of you, it's property. It feels more like property. I'm going to be honest with you. It feels like property. Maybe someone was like, you know what? Didn't you always want to live by the water? Wouldn't you be better off just dropping this and moving and going somewhere where you'd be happier? Whoever the hell this Queen of Pentacles is, she's definitely got someone that's helping her figure out what the fuck is up. Because this Queen of Pentacles needs protected. Because someone's just trying to manipulate her situation. Because this Two of Wands right here feels like someone's just, they've already got themselves moved in. They figured out how they're going to decorate the house. They already know what the fuck they're going to do. Right? This Queen of Wands over here. She's looking into shit. She's doing shit. The masculine over here is just too caught up in his fucking head to do shit. With that Five of Swords, this could be someone who's just a drunkard. And maybe the wife is like, oh, well, we ain't had shit. And, okay, your dad's no longer in the picture. I want that house. She's a bitch. Now, y'all can flip this energy, but this feels like someone's kid is trying to, their spouse is trying to take over whatever the hell their mama had. Daddy could have passed, and she's just trying to figure out, oh, well, this is ours then. Your mom don't need that. Your mom don't need that big a place. We could use that. If this is a divorce, the other bitch could be saying, well, I want that house. I want that. The one who's protected over here is this Queen of Pentacles. So for some of you, if that's the fucking case, someone wants your shit, wouldn't you just be far better off just saying no? Liquidate it all. If I can't have it, you ain't gonna fucking have it. We'll sell the son of a bitch and split the money. You want it, you could buy it back. You want it, buy me out. I like this King of Swords energy because this King of Swords, I think, is really looking logically. Which you all, a good attorney or a good freaking money person would kind of help you out with this. And if this person isn't exactly the one to do that, they would help you understand or have you see a therapist or some sort. This feels like smart energy. This is someone that knows. Because I think this person is definitely protecting this Queen of Pentacles over here. Right? This Queen of Pentacles is protected. She's protected as above and so below, because someone could have, things in place to keep this Queen of Pentacles safe at the moment. So for some, it could be like, you know what? It is such a burden, but maybe you need to go in somewhere and create new memories somewhere else. Did you always want to live by the water? I like this. Now, some of you, this could definitely be in a divorce as well, right? Divorce or probate. It feels like there's some sort of property here. Something that's tangible. Someone over here wants it, but it feels like it's the spouse or the other person, because I think the main person, whoever the hell's connected to this Queen of Pentacles, I think they're just fucking worthless. But it's whoever the hell they're with that's fighting for this, right? And then you got this Queen of Pentacles over here that is doubly protected, okay? Some y'all, it is a payout. And there is this emotion attached to it, which is why I think this Ace of Cups is out here. Because sometimes, the payout, if it really keeps you this confused, and it's going to be such a burden, it's almost like drop the burden. Because you would be so much better off if you're not tethered to this toxic energy. And I'm saying toxic because it's really more of a burden to even have it, right? Someone's just keeping that burden. It's like, wouldn't you be far better off if you went somewhere where you were happy and you weren't so emotionally conflicted? And remember when I said when it comes to a payout, some of you all, if you're unsure of what the hell you need to do, hire in the right people on board to help you find the information and do what you need to do. But this could be a probate situation or this could be a divorce. This Queen of Pentacles is being protected right now. She's getting some good sage advice. But someone over here with all this Wands energy, and y'all, you can flip these energies. It could be the masculine that's this Queen of Wands, right? Someone over here just wants something that maybe their spouse or their partner has. If it's a child down here that's just worthless, it's their spouse that wants something. For some of you, if this is your ex, you're getting a divorce, it could be the other person that wants to have what the fuck this Queen of Pentacles has. Someone wants something that somebody else has. But it's not like they're really entitled to it. Someone just thinks, well, that Queen of Pentacles don't deserve that, so I'm just going to take it. Yeah, if there was a pending sale, someone could be blocking that. If someone wanted to come in and make an offer on something, this Queen of Swords feels like somebody's blocking something. Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune. It's meant to happen this way. Someone's going to see who the hell someone really is. This is karma getting paid back too, right? Someone gets a divorce and wants to move in with their other person, and that bitch or that dude just thinks they're going to take over the person's life. Like, just move into the house and everything be okay. It's like, that shit ain't going to happen. You want it, you buy me out. Or you know what? Maybe someone's just going to play hardball and say, you know what? Nah, we're putting it on the fucking market and it can just sit. Because someone just wants what someone else has. Probate or freaking divorce here. Either way you look at it. But there's judgment, and that's going to be that Wheel of Fortune, that karma coming back. Because someone could be blocking an offer. That Two of Swords right there, that Queen of Swords energy, that King of Swords. Someone could be trying to block an offer, block an opportunity for somebody to take an offer because they want it. Karma's getting dulled out in this. And karma is just, what goes around comes around. If this is a divorce situation and the other person just thought they were going to take over someone else's life, it's like, no, it don't work that way. If your vision was you were just going to move into the big house and, everything being left and you just step into someone's shoes, it's like, no, the karma's going to be, that shit ain't going to happen, right? You can't replace the original. You can't replace the original. So, you know what? Someone can't be, the original can't be replaced. Even in a probate type situation, right? Mama can't be replaced by some child's spouse, right? Mama is the original. You can't step into mama's shoes. Someone just thinks they can just step right into someone else's life. And they're trying to do it by railroading a situation, but that shit ain't going to go the way someone thinks. But at the same token, someone's going to have to decide what the hell they're going to do. There are decisions to be made. I like this King of Swords energy because I think this King of Swords, and if you got to see a lawyer or you got to see some sort of accountant energy, if you don't get a good feel from them and they ain't giving you some wise advice, because when you're dealing with some sort of energy like this where you got some major moves and you're emotionally a little stuck, you shouldn't be making any major decisions, right? So if you go to a good lawyer or a good accountant type energy, they should be telling you that, maybe you should put some shit on hold right now before you make any major decisions. And maybe go talk to somebody that can help you. Because it feels like major decisions need to be made based on emotions, right? Probate or divorce. It's like the same thing, right? You're going to have to split up assets. Things are going to have to be drawn through the system. But someone thinks they can replace the original. Someone thinks they can replace the original. Like they should just be able to walk into this Queen of Pentacles shoes and this Queen of Pentacles just not put up a fight. Right? It's like, well, it's like that energy of, well, we'll kick your mom out and we'll just take over. Or, we'll kick your spouse out and we'll just take over. No, nothing's got to change. We'll just kick them out. We'll just take them out of the equation. And we'll just move in. That ain't going to happen, though. This Queen of Pentacles is definitely being protected. And judgment, as above, so below. Judgment and karma, that wheel of fortune. You can't replace the original. You can't replace the original. Who God has blessed, no man can curse, right? If someone was coveting, again, this could be it's either a divorce or it's some kind of estate. If some bitch thought they were just going to take over Big Mama's place, it don't work that way. I said Big Mama or Mama. We got such diversity here, right? Whatever you call, some of you, it's your mom. It's your mom. Or it could be your dad energy, right? Or your grandma. But someone just thinks they can just take over what the fuck she had and just move right in. Or spouse even, right? Like, no, she's just going to leave and I'm just going to move in, okay? Or your mama's got to go so we can take over that house. That's just going to backfire on someone big time. You can't replace the fucking original. You can't replace the original. Collective, if you're in this energy or this is something you're dealing with, judgment of karma is going to take care of that situation. That cup of love to me, this is when someone, any major decisions, any major moves you have in your life, y'all, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your stability, when it comes to your emotions, if you have any sort of confusion here, don't make any major moves. Okay? Don't do nothing. Do whatever you can to just put shit on hold as long as you can. Right? If you go see an accountant, if you go see a lawyer, whatever the hell you got going on, if they're not telling you to just wait before you make any major decisions until you get your emotions in order, you don't need to deal with them. Right? If you go somewhere and they want to put all your money into a bunch of investments, nah. You need to wait till you get your emotions under control. For a lot of you, when it comes from it's like divorce or fucking probate. The energies read about the same, right? Something is over, shit's got to get split up, and things kind of, put in order. Don't make any major decisions, financially or with your heart. And whoever the hell you go to, if they ain't helping you set up and get the right information and protecting you from people trying to take advantage of your emotions, you need to fucking find somebody new. Right? A financial person, if you're going through something, before they try to sell you a lot of products, they should say, hey, you know what? We can just set it over here and maybe a money market account until you're ready to start investing. Don't sit there and buy a bunch of shit until you know exactly what the fuck you need to do. You're coming from a divorce and you get a lump sum settlement, don't go out there and start blowing everything until you get your emotions under control. Karma here. This is judgment. As above, so below. That spin on that wheel of fortune. Because you got this connection, and some of y'all know it'd be just a burden. You'd be far better off dropping the major burden, maybe cashing out, and moving forward, creating new memories. And y'all, that could be that could be divorce. It could be a fucking estate, probate. So, someone needed to hear that message, okay? So, I'm not an attorney, I'm not an accountant. You all do what the fuck you need to do. But if you can't trust a motherfucker, or you go to somebody and they're trying to make you or get you to make some major decisions and you're still confused emotionally, you need to leave. Because that person is just going to take advantage of you in a fragile state. The original is protected. You can't replace the original. So if someone thought they were going to take your place, that ain't going to work. Judgment, as above, so below, right? The original is the original. The second, I love that energy, collective. I love that. So, peace, love, and light. You can ring my bell, ring my bell, ring-a-ling-a-ling. Again, when you're going through a loss, you shouldn't be making any major emotional decisions or financial decisions until you get your shit together. 6 months to a year on that. And whoever you're dealing with, they should understand that and tell you that. If they don't tell you that from the fucking get-go, you need to go to someone else, okay? And you can't replace the original, so peace, love, and light, collective.